Hello everybody. In this work we are addressing the problem of wild-boar classification using text analysis methods and their combination. So we start with a brief introduction of the problem, the dataset we used, the text methods that we evaluated, classifiers, our results and conclusions. So wild-boar is a kind of pig. It's originally from Eurasia, and it's considered a pest in many countries. It has great adaptability and controlled reproduction, and causes depredation of crops, diseases in other species in the native wildlife. So there is a necessity of monitoring this population of wild boars. Okay. To accomplish that, we're using text analysis methods. Because they are powerful discriminators and they have good results in several applications. So our main goal is to explore different text analysis methods in the classification of wild boar and some native South American bush pigs like the collared peccary and white-lipped peccary. So our data set has these three species. So the wild boar, the collared peccary, and white-lipped peccary. Okay. Visual identification is a difficult task, as we can see, as they are very similar in appearance and behavior. Okay. We collected it from internet, camera trap, smartphone, a total of 900 images, 300 images for each species. These images they come from different places, like camera trap, smartphone, and they have noise, sharp, dimensions, and color information that differ each from another. We crop them to 224 pixels size. It was the minimum square region that we could be cropped from the smallest image without the necessity to resize these images. Okay. We selected some text analysis methods. Okay, based on applications, novel, good results in literature. So we have here a brief description, a brief review of them. We also evaluated two classifiers, KNN and LDA. For both, we used leave out cross-validation scan. Okay. So results, what we have. We explored two scenarios: animal species classification, so three classes, one for each species, and two classes when we consider invasive and native species, so wild boar, not wild boar. Okay. So we have here the results. What we can see is, in general, LDA presents better performance than KNN. Two classes problem is usually easier than three classes problem. So we have usually a higher success rate, a higher accuracy. As you can see, for example, for the GLDM, it's almost 40% larger in the LDA result. So LDA superior performance, class classification is easier. Okay. We don't have a single method that presents the best result in all scenarios. You get these changes according to the scenario that we are evaluating. So Gabor filters, as they perform better when using the KNN in two-class problem, but for two-class problem using LDA, we have that GLDM it's better. Okay. We also have the traditional methods perform better in two classes. So methods like Gabor, Wavelet, Fourier. More recent approaches they are superior for species identification. So you get here, for example, LBP plus factor dimension. So why that? Why is that? This more recent approach sometimes they combine different types of attributes into a single feature vector. So this improves the analysis. Well, combining different descriptors improves the analysis, so why not do our own combination? So we use the particle swarm optimization to select the methods that best achieve the best accuracy in each node. So we have here, for example, for 3 classes using LDA, we selected first order, GLDM, LBP using radius 2, 2 descriptors of lacunarity, and RNN descriptors. Okay, we have here the success rate and the number of descriptors for the single best method and the combination of method computed by PSU. So depending on scenario, what we have is that we increase a little bit the number of descriptors and improve by a small margin, I would say, the accuracy of the method. For some cases, especially KNN, we have that we have to put too much descriptors to improve just 5%, less than 5% the accuracy. So we see that the classifier is important in this problem. So a more robust classifier like LDA performs better. Another thing that we evaluated was the problem of false positives. In our case, they must never occur. It's the ideal case, or occur with very low probability. But what we consider the false positive in this case? Colored precary and white-lipped precary, native species, they are classified as an invasive species. Okay, false negatives, you consider that wild boar classified as colored precary or white-lipped precary. So invasive classified as native. Now this is what we consider false positive, false negative. So 3-class problem and KNN classifier, we have lower accuracy but slightly lower rate of false positives. So it doesn't perform better than LDA, but it has a lower rate of false positives. So you can see here, for example. For 2-class problem and LDA classifier, better result in false positives. So you can see here. Our conclusions: identification of push peaks, colored precary, white-lipped precary, in wild boar. It's a difficult task. Okay, in both scenarios. So it's easier when we try to classify between native and invasive species. Okay, but so far the accuracy is not impressive. Combined texture methods improve the accuracy, while it may decrease in some scenarios the number of false positives. Okay. And as a future work, we are aiming to explore other text analysis methods and other classifiers such as SVM. Okay. Some acknowledgement. Thank you very much for your presence.